At Unit 2 of Electrical Circuit Theory for Diploma EEE students. Okay, this is where we stopped in the last session. Okay, Norton's theorem. Norton's theorem is a method for simplifying a two-terminal linear circuit to an equivalent circuit with only a current source in parallel with a resistor. In case of Thevenin's theorem, it is a voltage source in series with a resistance, but here it is a current source, okay, in parallel with a resistor. So this is a dual of Thevenin's theorem. So this is the basic difference between them. Okay, the equivalent current source is designated as IN, okay, symbolized as IN, and the equivalent resistance is symbolized with RN, okay, is denoted with Rn. To apply Norton's theorem, you must know how to find the two quantities, that is In and Rn. In case of Thevenin's, that is Vth and Rth. In case of Norton's, it will be In and Rn. Let's see the statement first. Norton's theorem states that any two-terminal network can be replaced by a single current source In parallel with a single resistance Rn. Okay. Let's see the procedure. Remove the load resistor, that is as usual, just that is similar to your Thevenin's theorem as well. Okay, but in this case you need to short the terminals, remove RL, short the terminals to find the short circuit current. IN is the short circuit current, it is also called as ISC. Okay, find equivalent resistance Rn seen from the open circuit terminals, replacing the voltage source by its internal resistance. Okay, it is just similar to your RTH. Both are same. The value, if you find out Rn or RTH, that is going to be same. There will not be any difference. Okay. Draw the Norton's equivalent circuit by a current in parallel with the equivalent resistance. Okay. ISC. This is not series. That we are going to strike it off. Okay. Okay, we will write that parallel with the equivalent resistance. Okay, RTH or Rn. Okay, find the current through the RL by applying current divider rule. Okay, because the IN is in parallel with the load resistor and Rn, IL is nothing but IN into opposite of resistance Rn by Rn plus RL. Why? Because you are going to find out the current through the load. Okay, see the explanation part here. If this is the circuit and these are the load terminals, first you need to short circuit the load terminals, find short circuit current. Okay, what is short circuit current in this case? First find the equivalent resistance, R2 parallel R3 plus R1 is the equivalent. I1 is nothing but E by R1 plus R2 parallel R3. What is I3? I3 is nothing but ISC. So ISC equal to I1 into opposite arm resistance R2 by total resistance R2 plus R3. R2 by R2 plus R3. For Rn, finding Rn and RTH both are same. You are going to short the replace the source by internal resistance. There is zero internal resistance, so dead short circuit. Rn is nothing but R1 parallel to R2 plus R3. Okay. So this is the equivalent circuit, ISC or IN in parallel with Rn, in parallel with the load, across the load. Okay. So what is IL? This current into opposite arm resistance, this one divided by the total resistance, this plus this. Okay. So IL is IN into Rn divided by Rn plus RL. Okay. Right. Find the current through 20 ohm resistor using Norton's theorem. Where is 20 ohm? This is 20 ohm. Okay, need to find the current here, right? How to do it? Applied voltage is 96 volts. Need to find this current. So A here, B here, put A here, B here, and then proceed as usual. Remove the load resistor, put a dead short circuit here across the terminals A and B, and find the current through A and B. You got the point? Okay, IN equal to what? IN equal to I3. you are following this method, no problem. You can similarly use a source transformation. Nobody is restricting you to do this or that. Okay, let me do with the source transformation. This method you already know. Since a lot of calculations are needed in this method, I prefer source transformation in this case. 96 by 6, sorry, 96 by 6 is how much? 6 1 is 6, 6 6 is 16. So 16 is the current, and let me call it as I1 equal to 16 ampere, parallel with the resistor 6 ohm. 6 and 12 are in parallel. 12 6 by 12 plus 6, 72 by 18, 4 ohms. Okay, now convert the current source in parallel with the resistor. Okay, up to here. Okay, by a voltage source and series resistor. Okay, 4 ohms will appear in series with the 4 ohms. And what about the voltage here? Current into resistance, right? 16 4 is how much? 64 volts. 64 volts, 4 ohms parallel. Okay, so that is going to become 8 ohms up to here. 64 volts, 8 ohms. Okay, so again that current is going to be 64 by 8 is what? 64 by 8 is 8 ampere. So the current is 8 ampere. Okay, resistance is going to be 8. Okay, now this 8 and 12 are in parallel. Okay, now convert the find the equivalent of 12 and 8. 12 8 is 96, 12 plus 8 20. 96 by 20, nothing but 48 by 10, 24 by 5. 24 by 5 is the resistance. Current is 8. Okay, so 24 into 8 is 8 4 is 32. Okay, oh, getting difficult, right? So the final voltage V is going to be 24 8 12 parallel 96 by 20, 48 by 10, 24 by 5. So 24 by 5 why you need to convert that into again voltage source? No need to convert. Why? Because you can directly find the IN by using current division. IN is nothing but what is the current? 8. 8 into opposite arm resistance is what? 24 by 5. 24 by 5 divided by the total resistance is 24 by 5 plus the load resistor is sorry, this branch resistor is 4 ohm. Okay, one more bracket is missing. Okay, 8 24 will stand out. Oh, not like that. Here you have to use a bracket. Okay, you must be careful enough to place bracket everywhere and wherever it is needed. Okay, 24 4 is 96. 96 plus 24 is how much? 96 plus 24, I don't know how much, but I will keep it as 96 plus 24. I don't want to do that math here now. So 8 3s are 24. Okay, because 96 also will go by 8, I guess. 8 1s are 8. Yes, 8 1s are 8. 8 2s is 16 plus 8 3s are 24. Okay, now I can write it as 24 by 15 ampere. 24 by 15 ampere is IN. 24 by 15 is how much? Let's see, 4.36. Oh, wait a minute, we went wrong somewhere. 96 by 6 is what? 6 1 is 6, 16. Yes, 16 ampere current. 72 by 18 is 4. 16 4 is 64. 64 8. 64 by 8 is 8 ampere. Okay. 8 12 parallel. Hmm. 12 8 is 96 divided by 12 plus 8 20. 96 means 48 by 10 or 24 by 5. Up to here it is clear. So 8 ampere into opposite is 24 by 5 divided by 24 by 5 plus 4. Up to here there is no problem. 8 into 24. Okay. We went wrong here. This is going to be 24, not 96. 5 4 is 20 here. Okay. That is where we went wrong. Okay. Right. I understood it now. Anyway, it will go by 4 anyway. So this will be 48. 4 6 24. 4 5 is 20. Okay, so 48 by 11. 48 by 11 ampere. Okay, this is going to be the Norton's current. Okay, 48 by 11 is 4 point something, 4.4. 4.4. 11 4 is 44. 11 3 is 33. Again 7. 11 6 is 4.36. That is correct. Okay, you can check this. 48 by 11 is the correct answer. Okay. So IN we found. What about RN? Okay, short circuit the voltage source, open circuit the load terminals A and B. Find resistance from here. 12 6 parallel, going to be 4. 4 plus 4 8. 8 and 12 parallel, nothing but 24 by 5. 24 by 5 plus 4 series. 44 by 5. 44 by 5 is how much? 8.8. 44 by 5. Yes, 8.8. So IN in parallel with 8.8. This is the load resistor. If you want to find this current into opposite arm is 8.8 divided by this plus this. Okay. So this is going to be the current through 10 ohm resistor. Okay. Now calculate the current flowing through the 100 ohm resistor using Norton's theorem. Oh, sorry, this is 10 ohm resistor. These are the load terminals. Okay. Method is similar. There are two sources. That is the only difference. Okay. You need to find this current. So short this one. Okay. All right. So okay. Again. Okay, you can use superposition theorem as well. Okay, to find this current. Two responses, right? To apply superposition theorem, the simple thing is replace this one with a current source in parallel with the resistor. Then this is going to be easy. Okay, 20 ohms will come here. 5 ampere in the downward direction will appear here. Okay. First, if I am going to find the current due to 50 volt source, I am going to open circuit the 5 ampere here. So this 20 ohm will present as it is. This current is going to be what? This current is going to be the 20 ohms, this in parallel, that means no current will flow through 20 ohms, because current always choose the very low resistance path. Since this is zero resistance, this whole current will go through AB. So with that logic I can omit 20 ohms here. So these two are in parallel. 50 ohms by 50, 1 ampere is the current from current due to 50 volt source. Okay, current due to 50 volts source only. Current when 50 volt source acting alone, that is sensible. Okay, alone is what I1, I am calling it as I1, no problem. I suffix 1, I1 equal to 1 ampere, in which direction? In the downward direction from A to B, so that is positive. Okay, now this time I am going to short this one due to only 5 amps current source that is acting in the downward direction. Okay, that is the current direction. This is 20 ohms. Okay, see, these two are parallel. Sorry, when it is shorted, this resistance will disappear. Okay, so only 50 ohms, 20 are parallel. You need not to compute them. Why? Because there is a dead short here. So the whole current will traverse in this path only. So that current is now how much? Minus 5 ampere, because the current direction is from B to A. That current due to 5 ampere source acting alone, that is I am calling it as I2 this time. That is minus 5 ampere, because current is flowing from B to A. When you take this current direction as positive, A to B, then the opposite current will become negative automatically. What about IN? IN is A to B, so I1 minus I2. Oh. I1 plus I2. So minus 4 ampere is IN. That is what we got, right? Finally, whatever may be the method, we'll get the same value anyway. Norton's resistance, how to find? Just short circuit this one, then this equivalent becomes 0. 0 into 40 by 0 plus 40, so that becomes 0. Yeah, this becomes 0. RTH is nothing but 50 parallel 20, 50 into 20 by 50 plus 20, 1000 by 70. This one is the resistance. So 4 ampere in the downward direction, this resistance and the load resistor. So the IL is nothing but minus 4 into 14.29 by this plus this. Okay, this is the IL. Voltage across 10 ohm resistor is nothing but IL into RL. Right. Find the current through 4 ohm resistance using Norton's theorem. There is no change, nothing. See, he used the source transformation. Okay, simplified the problem. Now you can see nothing but simple problem, right? In this case, you need to find the current through 4 ohms resistor. This is 10 ohms, 6 ohms. This is 10 ohms, 10 ohm. Okay, so convert this voltage source to current source. 10 by 6. Here, in which direction? Upward direction. Here also in upward direction. 10 by 10, 1 ampere, and this is 5 by 3 ampere. Both will flow through the short only. When there is dead short circuit, whole current will flow through the dead short, right? So 1 ampere plus 10 by 6 is how much? 5 by 3. 5 by 3 ampere. How much it is going to be? 8 by 3 ampere of current is IN. Okay. 8 by 3 is how much? 3 1 3 2 ja 3 2 ja 6, 2.33. No, 2.67. 8 by 3. 3 2 6. Okay. 3 6 yes. 3.67. Sorry, 2.67. My bad. Take it as 8 by 3 as well. no problem, that is 8 by 3. Okay, Norton's resistance, the open circuit this load resistor. Okay, then short circuit the voltage sources, 6 parallel 10. How can I say that these are in parallel? See, when you're not going to figure out how to find the equivalent circuit across the open circuit load terminals, if you think these are series, you're mistaken. Assume a fixed voltage source here and find the resistance, equivalent resistance. If you place a voltage source here between A and B, a fixed one, imaginary one, then these appear to be parallel, right? So that is parallel. That is how you have to look at it. So 10 parallel 6, nothing but 3.75. Okay. So IN is this 3.75. 4. Rest you can do using current divider rule, current division rule, whatever you may call it as. Using Norton's theorem, find the current in the load resistance RL of the circuit given below. This is the simplest circuit, so you can easily solve it. Okay, just short circuit this one and find the current. You need not to follow this method again. Apply this. These two are parallel, right? Otherwise, you can similarly apply source transformation. 120 by 10 is what? 12 ampere here. 10 parallel, 5 ohms. Okay, how much I told you? 12. 5 ohms parallel means 6 ampere. 6 ampere is the IN. Okay, IN is 6 ampere. Fine. Equivalent resistance we can easily find. 10 parallel 10, 5. 5 plus 5, 10. Rn is 10. Again 6 to 10. This is 5. You can apply current division rule. Current you can find. Current through the 10 ohm load resistor using Norton's theorem. Okay. This problem is not a very difficult problem. Okay, let's see. A and B. You need to short. Find the current. Which current? IN. Okay. How to proceed? Is there any trick here? I hope not. You need to proceed like this only. Take mesh currents and apply KVL in 3 meshes. Okay, and write the 3 equations. Solve 3 currents. At least you get I1 and I2. I1 minus I2 is IN. Okay, right? Now Norton's equivalent resistance as usual that you already know. Okay, these short these two, open these two, find the resistance. These two are parallel, and their parallel combination is in series. Okay, then draw the Norton's equivalent circuit, find the current. Okay, maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, let's look at maximum power transfer theorem in the next session. Okay, நன்றி வணக்கம்.